Good evening, welcome to the Vernon Township Supervisors meeting, monthly meeting for November 7th, 2024. We'll have prayer and salute to the flag. Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this meeting. Help us engage in meaningful discussion, allow us to grow closer as a group, and to nurture the bonds of community. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, and indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Amy.
Davis.
Here.
Stone.
Here.
Carn.
Here.
Snyder.
Here.
Maloney.
Here. Any citizen comment this evening? All right, thank you. A motion to approve the minutes for the October 3rd, 2024 Supervisors Regular Meeting.
I'll make the motion.
Motion. Second. Motion second. All in favor? Aye. Not in favor? Finances. Motion to direct the treasurer to issue checks for the approved vouchers due for payment.
So moved. Second.
Motion and second. All in favor? Aye. Not in favor? Motion to ratify payroll for the employees from September 22nd through November 2nd, and the supervisor's pay.
So moved. Second.
Motion and second, all in favor? Aye. Not in favor? Okay, no correspondence this evening. We'll get right into our reports, and we'll start off with road report from Joel Stone, Roadmaster.
Good evening, Supervisors. Road report for November 7th, 2024. We continued to mow berms. We finished up the crack sealing, removed the flowers from the roundabout, removed a berm from Pennsylvania Avenue, attended some dirt and gravel road low volume training class, replaced a driveway pipe on Pennsylvania Avenue, and attended a winter planning training. For the parks, Roach Park, we cleaned up some graffiti. Lincoln Ave, we continued to remove the garbage from the playground, and we finished cleaning up the concession stands and stuff down there, so those are cleaned up. Equipment-wise, truck 20 went to Lakeview Ford for some recalls and warranty issues. Truck 23 went to McCandless Ford today for a check engine light, needed to have the computer reprogrammed, and truck 2 passed the state inspection. The only other thing I have for you Supervisors, I'd like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully everybody can spend some time with their loved ones and enjoy it. That's all I have tonight.
Thank you, Joel. Any questions for Joel this evening? Down on Lincoln Avenue, do we leave that dumpster there all year? Does that get pulled for the winter?
We'll get that pulled here shortly. Joel's finishing up some work cleaning those cleaning out the concession stand and stuff that I'd want him to get done. So it's there a little later, but it'll be out here soon.
Do you do the winterizing on that too, or do we have someone do that?
There is no winterizing down there. There's no water on at the Lincoln Ave facility. The only place we have water is Roach Park, and Robbie typically sets up a contractor to come in and winterize Roach Park.
Very good. Are we done with the mowing here and down there, or are we still mowing?
I believe we're done mowing. There might still be some more leaf cleanup that he does at Roach Park, but at this point the mowing done.
All right. Yeah, I know the grass is it's been so dry, kind of quit growing. We're in mid-November, I was just...
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions? Great, thank you, Joel. Good report. Administration zoning report, Robert Horvat, manager.
Good evening, everyone. October was a busy and exciting month in Vernon Township. The mod wash, car wash finally opened, ending months of social media speculation if it ever would. The TJ Maxx store is opened, and tomorrow's the opening of Chipotle. We wish them all success and look forward to the continued development and economic impact these developments will hopefully continue to spur on the Pontiac corridor. This month we found out we were successful in our local share account grant application for the Roach Park Miracle Field project that we made last fall. We received a partial award of $100,000. This brings the total funding for that project to nearly $650,000. We're working towards leveraging these funds as a match for a DCNR grant that we will soon be applying for. I'd like to thank Senator Michelle Brooks and State Representative Brad Roy for their support of the LSA grant application and hope for their continued support in the DCNR application process and future LSA grant applications. Administratively, the 2025 budget is before you tonight to advertise for approval at the December 5th supervisor meeting. I believe this is a sound, conservative financial plan for the township that will put us on a strong financial footing, not only for 2025, but into the future. This budget was developed utilizing no property tax increase, as taxes will remain at 2 mills. Also, before you tonight is approval for an update to the township zoning ordinance for future solar energy developments in the township, and an ordinance that will establish the creation of streetlight districts and update the billing and collection process for that. Finally, the Planning Commission did meet last month and recommends for approval tonight both the CATA land development on Rogers Ferry Road, contingent upon meeting the township engineer's comments, as well as the S&L Rentals of Crawford County LLC subdivision on North Watson Run Road. And that's my report for this evening.
Thank you, Rob. Any questions for Rob?
Those grants, Robert, is there a timeline we have to utilize those or not?
So, yeah, well, about 2 years to spend that money. Once we still have to execute everything with the state, and then that time frame will begin.
Anything else for Rob? Thank you, Rob. Good report. Police report, Chief Stefanucci, Meadville Police Department.
Yes, good evening. October we've had stable manpower at the police department. We're full staffed. We have no anticipated vacancies. Our total calls for October in the township, 349. We had 10 traffic accidents reportable. Officers conducted 176 traffic stops. They wrote 73 citations and issued 103 warnings. And we made 11 criminal arrests. We did have 2 noteworthy incidents in the township this past month, or recently. We've had acts of vandalism, small acts of vandalism at Roach Park, but we've also had 2 windows of businesses shot. Both cases are under investigation. We're looking for suspects, but we ask if anybody in the public knows anything to please contact us. And be vigilant, especially in evening hours. Cars going around, take a good look, see who's around. Other than that, things are going well, and I guess I would like to comment on trick or treat night. Officers were in the township, handed out candy, had a good time, well received, lots of kids. It was a good evening. Good evening. Everybody was safe. Good night. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Chief. Any questions, comments?
I didn't realize the shootings were 2 separate nights. I thought they were the same night.
I do too.
Close together, but, almost surely the same culprits, and
Yeah.
I'm confident they will be caught.
I was over at Ace and I saw the door, the glass was missing, and they said it was shot, and I was like, yeah, right, and they're like, no, it really was shot. It's like, wow, but they seem to know what time because of their alarms or something like that, so it was like really 2 o'clock or something like that,
Yeah, late at night.
really late.
Yeah, we have some camera footage. Like I said, we're developing suspect vehicles and individuals at this time, so.
I hope you catch them, for sure. Thanks.
Need to sit on Mullen Road again.
Pick them back up?
They're passing people.
Yeah.
This little gray Honda truck rocket, shooting down Timbercrest, 8:30 in the morning and 3:30 in the afternoon. About 100 mile an hour down the road.
Okay. We'll be
Every
out.
day. Rain, snow, or it's every day.
Yeah, we'll be out.
Sounds good. All right. Engineer report, Ashley Porter, Township Engineer.
Evening Supervisors, residents. Always continue to like to report the activity in Vernon Township. We've let the first contract, which is nearing completion for the SECO project on the northern end of Crawford Business Park, So if you drive by there, you'll see work on the exterior of the building and some paving we just concluded today to get traffic into the building over the winter. So there will be ongoing work there through the winter and into next year. We're working with Post to hopefully wrap up the final phase of their railroad project, which is scheduled to conclude in June of next year. So those two projects total roughly $6 million of development in the township over the winter months, which we don't normally see, but happy to keep that moving. We're hopeful to have the new Starbucks in front of the supervisors at next month before the end of the year, so that can get started in the spring. So set up for some good development throughout the winter and next year. That's all I have to report.
Sounds great. Questions, comments for Ashley? Okay. Solicitors report, Jeff Millen, Township Solicitor.
Good evening, Supervisors. All is running smooth in the township, as usual, and we'll follow up with the Water Authority with regard to the agreement we talked about at the work session, and I would like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Anything for Jeff? Okay, thank you. Moving on, new business. Motion to approve S&L Rentals of Crawford County LLC subdivision.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion to approve CATA land development contingent upon meeting township engineers' comments.
So moved.
Motion?
Second.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion to advertise Vernon Township 2025 general fund budget with the continued millage rate of 2 mills for approval at the December 5th supervisors meeting.
I'll make the motion.
Have a motion?
I'll second.
Motion second, all in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? All right. Motion to approve contract with Berkheimer Incorporation for the collection of service taxes.
So moved. Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Good. There are actually 4 resolutions under that, so we're going to have to go through each one. The motion to approve resolution 2024-15 authorizing the local tax collector, Berkheimer, to impose and retain cost of collection on delinquent taxes.
So moved.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve resolution 2024-16 appointing Berkheimer as its tax hearing officer under the pursuant of local taxpayers' bill of rights.
So moved.
Motion,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve resolution 2024-17 appointing Berkheimer as its exclusive collector of the local services tax, also known as LST.
So moved.
Motion,
Second.
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve resolution 2024-18 appointing a liaison between the township and Berkheimer for the express purpose of sharing confidential tax information for official purposes.
So moved.
Motion,
Second.
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Just one quick question. Do we need to name the liaison?
It's in the resolution.
Okay, got it.
Good. Good point, Dave, thank you. So we need a motion for development association and authorize the chairman and secretary to sign all documents necessary for transfer. That's, we tabled that.
Oh, that's right, you did.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, those.
The next two are tabled.
Right.
Oh, that's part of this?
Yes.
Okay. Motion to moving on, motion to transfer the, no, that was tabled also,
Yes.
along with the, okay.
Full.
Motion to approve Vernon Township zoning ordinance 2024-2, Vernon Township solar energy systems for passage.
So moved.
Motion,
Second.
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion to approve Vernon Township streetlights ordinance for 2024, ordinance 2024-3. Motion, second, all in favor? Aye. All right, so we'll deal with the Co-Town next month after their solicitor gets back to ours. All right, that brings us to upcoming meetings. Will be December 5th, 2024, the Vernon Township Supervisors Work Session at 6:30. And also December 5th, 2024, following the work session, we will have the Vernon Township Supervisors regular meeting at 7:30. So, moving along, supervisors' comments. We'll start with you tonight, Scott.
Guess the weather's gonna be changing. You know, watch the roads, watch for deer moving, be careful. That's about all I got.
Thank you. Yeah, good point on the deer there. It doesn't move. Dave?
I didn't really comment on the 2025 budget while we voted on it, but I'm going to comment on it now. I had a chance to talk to a friend of mine who was a retired state police officer, and he asked me why, what I was doing on the board and all this and that. And he goes, some of the highlights of my career and stuff. And I said, you realize we only have 2 mills of tax. And he looked at me and said, I bet you don't provide very many services for 2 mills of tax. So I looked at him and I said, well, we help fund a recreation complex that has hockey, has swimming, racquetball, pickleball, whatever you want to call that, fields and all that. We have a beautiful park that we have Little League fields on, fitness trail goes around it, just wonderful facility for picnics, things like that. I said, we have a 24/7 police protection from a neighboring municipality. And I looked at them and I said, we probably have the most dynamic volunteer fire department in northwestern Pennsylvania. And besides that, we got beautiful roads. We don't have potholes in our roads. We have a road department that's good. We plow and we maintain them. And we have a great staff that runs everything. And the guy looked at me, he goes, you do all that for 2 mills of tax? And I said, yeah, we've done it for 30-some years. And this budget actually just emphasizes the same thing that we've been doing. Very fiscally conservative, put together, but yet we provide services, yet we don't produce a budget that doesn't have capital improvements in it. We've got things where we're gonna pave our roads and do things. And really, I thought about it for a little while, and every one of us should be very proud, especially our staff, very proud. For over the years, Ashley's been here for numerous years, and I'm just proud to serve with this board because it's the board that actually comes up with the decisions. And I just can't say enough, and sometimes we don't pat our own selves on the back a little bit, but I'm gonna do that tonight. What a great job this community does and the leadership you get from these guys up here. And, and Robbie, it was in Amy's great piece of work putting together a nice fiscal plan for next year. I really look forward to being here for another year. It's really nice. That's all I got.
Thank you, Dave. Good, very valuable points. Fritz?
Well, the weather, is changing. As I was telling these guys here next to me, nobody noticed I had pants on tonight. So we know that we're headed into the winter, and hopefully it'll be a light winter for Joel. And I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving with their families, and we'll see you here to close things down next month for the year. That's all I have.
Thank you, Fritz. John?
Just kind of reiterate what everybody says, the weather's changing, watch out for the black ice. That's probably the first thing we're gonna see. The slippery leaves are all over the road. And again, have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Leaves and acorns.
Yeah.
Yes.
We were talking about the overabundance of acorns out there. So, I'd like to thank Armstrong Utilities for being here and videoing our meeting tonight, and the Tribune for covering our meeting. And as Rob covered, I'd like to welcome Mod Wash, TJ Maxx, and Chipotle. That's all pretty big for 1 month, to have 3 new businesses come in. I understand there's one where Five Guys was down the plaza. There's somebody coming in there also. So things are moving along. And just like Scott mentioned, the deer are very, very active this time of year. I traveled up to Erie and just started counting for the heck of it, and by the time I got to 90, I was up to 30 deer. So, and that was like physical bodies I was seeing, plus the big splat on the road. So with that, I'd like to have a motion to adjourn. So moved. Motion second, all in favor? Aye. Meeting adjourned.